So I'm not a big fashion guy or anything, far from it. My general dress usually consists of t-shirts, athletic shorts, like all the time, all seasons. T-shirt, sweatshirt, athletic shorts, most often a baseball cap too. Because that's just what's comfortable for me and that's what I like to wear. But come Sunday morning or Saturday night or during the week or whenever I go to church, I throw on some khakis or some slacks, button-down shirt, something like that. I've always been taught to dress up for Mass. It's always been a family rule, and going to Catholic grade school growing up, we'd get in trouble if you didn't dress nicely for the days that we had weekly Mass. So it's been ingrained in me from a young age. But here I am now in my young adulthood with a measure of freedom, and still every time that I go to Mass, I choose to dress a little more presentably than my standard t-shirt and shorts. Now, I'm not going to say in this video that God wants you to dress up for church, because there's nothing biblically to indicate that, and we have no reason to believe that we need to come before Jesus more stylish or presentable than usual, because Jesus tells us to come as we are, and I'm sure that he doesn't care what we're wearing. The point I do want to make is how we can express our devotion to God, how we can make a statement of what is important to us and what we bring to our relationship with Christ. Because I hate dressing up nice. Literally like top 5 least favorite things. I get so uncomfortable in nice clothing, even a lot of like semi-nice clothing, which is why I dress kind of like a bum all the time in my t-shirt and shorts. But I willingly choose every time I go to Mass, every time I take part in the liturgy in the Eucharist, to sacrifice, in a sense, that comfort. I say, for one, I know I'm probably going to stand out a little bit dressed the way that I usually do, and I have no reason to stand out when the center of attention should be Jesus. And also, I'm going to put in some effort to make myself more presentable for you, Lord. Not because that's what's desired of me, as we said, but because it makes a statement that this event is important enough for me to dress differently. Because you dress up nicely for important events, like, fancy dinners, dances, ceremonies. I hate going to those things. But dressing up for Mass, dressing a little more presentably than my usual, is an expression that this is important to me. This event is important enough that I, even though it's not required of me, I'm going to go slightly out of my way for something that I intend as an expression of respect and devotion to my God. I'm not saying that you have to dress up for church, and I'm not saying it's disrespectful not to, but I am saying it's a way to express that this is important to me. And I'm going to go slightly away from my normal, away from my comfortable, out of personal respect and devotion to my God. How do I get a thumbnail for this? Sick, dude. I'm a cool young Christian dressed to impress for my Lord.